Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So it's time for AXIE Infinity's December development update, although we're sort of halfway through the month. Don't know. Some interesting stuff in here. I'll go quite fast. I'll put the link in there if you want to go and read it. AXIE is now quite a big project, so there's quite a lot of different stuff in there. Obviously, the headline stuff is approaching 3 million players. The AXIE team have been very active, actually, in sort of November, December, traveling around the world, having all these meetups. So you see, there's Jeff, one of the main guys there, going around with a group of happy people. So growth is clearly a key thing for AXIE Infinity, but now we're starting to see, we've had this big growth spurt, and now so how are they building out? So we can see here, this is not on-chain data, this is off-chain data. So people playing the game. Is in blue, so DAU. So it has fallen off a little bit. So it's all peaked here about 2.5 million DAUs, come down a little bit, but still miles above 2 million. So the price of the SLP token has been a big concern. They've made some changes to the breeding in order to try and help the price stabilize. But people are still playing, and we can see the number of AXIE holders. So this is the number of wallets. You need 3 AXIEs in a wallet to play. So that's the the dynamic there. So I guess what's happening is people are holding them, but we can see there has been a drop off. Not so many people playing, and we have this when this is high, when you have more. Yeah, I mean you have similar things happening when there's more AXIE holders than there are players. So it just means those people are breeding AXIEs, and they're not putting them out to scholars to play them. So that's an interesting sign. When there's more holders than there are players, then obviously something's going on in the economy, and we know the SLP token is low at the minute. So the basic mechanic here is people are earning SLP tokens to sort of breed AXIEs, and if you want to have more people playing the game and earning SLP token, you need more AXIEs. So these big guilds are breeding AXIEs a lot, and we've gone through 10 million. So Rick Fish, who's pretty well known in the space, I think I've bought a few AXIEs off Rick Fish in my time. So he's one of these big breeders of AXIEs, and he happened to breed the 10 millionth AXIE. And we can see here, this is a graph of how many per hour. So we can see here, it's peaks of sometimes over 6,000 an hour. And we can see here the red line is the sort of trend line. So over 2,000 AXIEs are being bred an hour. Another key thing that's happened over the last month is the Ronin blockchain. So this is their own however you want to call it, layer 2 sort of sidechain. Doesn't mean the same thing, but I know that. But anyway, lots of activity on the Ronin sidechain. So 4 times the amount of transactions on Ethereum. Well, that sort of makes sense. Ethereum has very high gas fees. Ronin has no gas fees at the moment. So that's not, I wouldn't get too excited about that. There's some stuff. Okay, land. So land is a key thing. The land has been sold years ago now. You can trade the land now. Some very expensive, I think $4.3 million for some Genesis land fairly recently. So land's a pretty big thing, not used at the moment, but in the future, land is going to be a massive thing in terms of building out more functionality in the game, sort of dealing with sort of how you end up sort of destroying AXIEs and burning them to get more material, because there's you don't want too many AXIEs you want AXIEs to have scarcity, so you want people to be able to breed them, but also you want to destroy them to create sort of rarer things. So new art directors come on board. So there's some ideas around what you might be building on your land. Obviously, pretty important. Community alpha for land gameplay is not going to be this year. Everything in blockchain is delayed. No surprise there. Another big thing happening is this is PvP Arena. That's not the big thing. So this is the big thing. AXIE Infinity Origin, which is the sort of what they call version 2 of the battles, and there'll be some they want to get more people in there without the blockchain stuff, so people can play without owning NFTs or going through a scholarship. So there's going to be some ideas around how you basically build an AXIE Infinity that doesn't use the blockchain, but sort of onboards people to do the blockchain and make it a bit prettier. And in general, Ronin is now a pretty big blockchain in terms of amount of users, so 409,000 users. That's people mainly staking. So you have a lot of AXS token, I think 3 billion, 2 billion or so tokens staked, and people earning on that. And also now you can provide liquidity and farm the RON token, which is the underlying token for the Ronin blockchain. And Katana is the sort of DEX, the sort of DeFi application that's sort of running at the moment. And that's had yeah, I mean, that's been pretty successful to have that many users. There's going to be the Ronin mobile wallet is launched as well, which is sort of important for people who are getting the SLP. And now we're sort of looking at the sort of decentralization. So at some point, the Ronin token is being mined at the moment. So it's about 500,000 RON tokens. There's about 1 million tokens. No, 1.1 million RON tokens a day are being mined, and that's sort of a community drop. And obviously, tokens in any blockchain are sort of required for the security of the system and to pay fees and things like that. So at some point, we are going to have to start using RON for gas fees. That's how the sort of blockchain sustains itself. So we look to see how that happens. Sort of quite interesting. A big step actually for decentralization. At the moment, RON chain is sort of centralized. So other things, Sky Mavis has grown from a team of 35 to more than 80. So just scaling a team like that, almost trebling a team size, that takes time. It takes time to train people into processes. It takes time to sort of create new processes. And the Sky Mavis team, the AXIE Infinity team, are now building lots of things. They're building this sort of off-chain mobile version of the game. They're building all the stuff on the Ronin blockchain. Pretty hardcore engineering going on there, and all their deck stuff. And then they're going to launch the token, and then they're looking to build their land system out, looking to onboard other developers potentially in future to their system. Doing all the support for all the guilds and everything like that. So there's a lot going on there, and all the thing, and basically all everyone asked them is when's the price of SLP going to come up? So pretty hard for them, but it's great to see that they're not really focused on the success they've had. They're really focused on building new stuff, and that's really what you have to be doing in blockchain space all the time. You can't sort of sit on your laurels. You can't worry if things go wrong. You have to keep building, and that's great to see that they're doing that. So good work for Sky Mavis. Fantastic year for them, and for the whole, I guess, AXIE Infinity community. Yes, I'll put the link in if you want to read more about what's going on in AXIE Infinity. Obviously, you should really sign up to this is their Substack. So they're quite active and they get really good data. So it's good to see. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Blockchain gaming world, where we love data about blockchain games. So if you keep it here to find out what's going on. But thanks for watching.